Okay, this is my review of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, episodes 1 and 2. Um, episode 1 left me kind of, I don't know if I was going to continue. I said, I'll give it another episode or two. Was not that impressed. One scene, Bruce and Jennifer meet up. Jennifer Walters is an assistant district attorney, I think somewhere out in California. Her cousin is Bruce Banner, the Hulk. And they're driving down the road, and an alien spaceship shows up out of nowhere, scaring Jennifer, swerves off the road and crashes. She's seriously injured, and so is Bruce, but Bruce turned into the Hulk. And somehow Bruce's blood got into Jennifer's blood, and she ends up becoming a She-Hulk. They don't name her until the second episode of She-Hulk, but that's what she will become. We're introduced to her intern at the district attorney's office, who knows that she could turn into a Hulk, but how she knew that we don't know. She goes to court taking on a some kind of rich businessman who reportedly was responsible for the death of a lot of people. The rich businessman's lawyer is a Mr. Holloway. More on him later. In the middle of the courtroom drama, Titanium, an old Marvel villain, breaks into the courthouse, into that courtroom, and starts wreaking havoc. The intern tells Jennifer, "Hulk out. You're gonna have to Hulk out." And he goes, "I like these clothes," and but she takes off her shoes so she doesn't ruin her shoes for some reason, and turns into the Hulk and beats the crap out of Titania. That's the end of episode 1. Episode 2, Jennifer Walters gets fired because of her not revealing that she was a Hulk. And people are afraid she's not going to be able to, she's not, they're afraid she might go on a rampage or something like her cousin. And so she can't find a job to save her life. And she keeps trying and trying and trying. No, 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 no. And they tell her because of her other identity. The media labels her She-Hulk. And Jennifer's like, oh, she hates that name. She doesn't like it. And she's stuck with it. Actually, she's invited to a family dinner at her parents' house. And Mark Lynn Baker from Perfect Strangers plays Jennifer's father. Interesting choice of actors, because I thought this is a comedy, so I thought, okay, I liked him. He seems very supportive of Jennifer with the Hulk thing and all that. And so they spend time together. She gets a phone call when she gets home from Mr. Holloway, who I mentioned in episode 1, who she was going up against in court, offering her a job. He was starting up the first ever Superhumans Law Division of his attorney office. In other words, they take on superhumans to defend them. And she says she needs to think about it. She thinks about it and goes, only if I can bring my own intern. My own assistant, I think. Not intern, sorry. And so she brings the lady in from episode 1 I mentioned that knew about the Hulk and all that. We meet Pug. I'm not sure what it is about him, but there's something funny about him, and I don't mean ha-ha. Just weird vibes coming off him. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. We see Jen gets her first case. Mr. Holloway wants Jen to defend Emil Blonsky, also known as the Abomination. He's a gamma-radiated villain who fought the Hulk. And Jennifer goes, I can't do it. I have a conflict of interest. The Abomination tried to kill my cousin. And Mr. Holloway goes, Mr. Bronsky asked for you personally, because he wanted you to defend him. So she goes and meets with him. He seems to be reformed. And he talks about having 7 pen pals that they're going to go and buy a ranch and live on the ranch and live happily ever after, staying out of trouble. I wouldn't believe him. 7 prison pen pals. Sounds like they're starting up the groundwork for the Thunderbolts movie that's coming next year, 2024, 2023. I'm not sure. More on Thunderbolts in a little bit on my next video. They were actually one of my favorite comic books a long time ago when it started, because the concept was so out of left field. I didn't see it. Nobody saw it coming. Jen goes home, contacts Bruce, and by a computer screen, wondering where Bruce is. Bruce is in a Scar spaceship. The Scar spaceship is what caused the car crash at the beginning of part 1. He's in outer space. And he says he believes Emil Blonsky deserves a second chance. He seems to have reformed. So he has no problems. He gave Jen his blessing. He said that he had heard he got an apology letter from Emil Blonsky and some kind of haiku, which is some weird Japanese poetry, I think. And then the ship leaves. Jennifer calls up Mr. Holloway to tell him she's taking the case. She's taking the case. And he goes, all right, fine, thank you. I'll see you in the morning, but I think you better turn on the news. They show a scene of a underground fight club in China with the Abomination free. He had escaped prison and fighting in a fight club. That scene from within the fight club was from Shang-Chi in the Ten Rings. So they're connecting the two. And that's how the episode ends, with Jennifer not very happy. Apparently she'd been played. Well, that's it for the She-Hulk movie review, or TV review. I will be doing Thunderbolts in a couple of minutes. Talk to you soon.